All right, week 2 here. Week 2, it's week 1 of February 2nd, very beginning of the month. Last week I got sick. I woke up on Sunday of last week with the flu, and I got the last video out, but I didn't feel very good last week, so I didn't get very much done, but you know, I tried to stay active, went to the gym at least once, and yeah, I stayed in the fight a little bit, but we're back this week, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're building some offer, like back-end stuff today, so Monday morning, that's what I'm gonna be doing. I think now I'm just gonna set some stuff up for the week and yeah, run you through that. So this is my notebook, pocket notebook that I use for literally everything. So this is actually a brand new one here. It's hard to shoot this with one hand, but I have gone through this one in the past couple months, same thing, and then in the past I even went through this one, so I'm a couple deep into these now. I started that habit of using these every single day, actually kind of unintentionally. So it started that my grandpa, he gave me that black one that I showed there. He gave me that one just because he had it laying around, and I liked it enough, and I was like, I gotta figure out what to do with this. And so I'd been thinking about starting like the habit of using a pocket notebook or just having something like this, because I was just wanting it almost as a place to just hold reminders and things like that. I'm very much into analog things like this. I don't like using digital software when I can just use paper. So that was what that was, and yeah, then I started out using this, or I got really into it by using that one, and then I bought another pack of these online, and yeah, I started this I think September or something like that. Yeah, that's September. But then I just go through and I've got all these different like random thoughts and things like that. And so I dog ear them like this. And then, yeah, I've got the whole pocket notebook of, 4 or 5 months of my journey right there. And I can always go back to basically like my second brain, see what I was thinking on certain days and see what I was doing schedule-wise. And it's fun to go back to and hold these things and, history, and I always have this. But yeah, I've got this same thing, so I'm gonna write out my day and get going with that on there, and then I'll run you through my Notion board that I've got going for this year. And I want to do probably more of an in-depth video with this, but yeah, I'll run you through it in the daily, what I'm doing right now. All right, so I've got this done now, and this is the full board here. So I've got the whole plan every year, where I've been doing this since 2024 now. 2025's there too, but I've continued to make improvements, and I'm really liking the system that I have going here. So I am using this, and what I do with it is I just split the year between 6 month periods, and then I split those 6 month periods in between the quarters. So that way I can plan out, okay, what's the main goal for the year? And then once you plan out the main goal for the year, you split that between the 6 month goals, and you split the 6 month goals between quarterly goals, and then, break down the quarters by months like that. And this is kind of just like a full manifesto for what I want to accomplish for the whole year. And, yeah, the different, like, more specific thoughts on things. So right here, I've got a month planned out. So I break these down like that, and then these are gonna be books I'm reading currently. So I just wrote some stuff for February because it's the beginning of the month now, and then we wrote out the weekly board for the week 5. So I break it up each week of what I'm doing that week, but this is what I'm going to be reading right now. So I've got that going, and I do that during these time blocks during the day. So this is the schedule I'm running currently. Wake up at 7 and go to bed at 9:15. And the only differences in between these are going to be gym day versus content days. So content I use I do time during that promotion block right there at that 11 o'clock hour. And so that's when I am shooting my stuff as well, but this is kind of like a dedicated time for it. So I always have extra time for editing and, things that pop up as they happen. So content days versus gym days are the only difference there, but every single time I'm reading at this main time, like that's a big reading period. I'll be reading a business related book like I have in that broken up section. I'll be reading a business related book and then just extra reading there as well. When I have a lighter read at nighttime with bed, and then one in the middle of my Bible study time. So that's how I have that broken up currently, and it's working really well. So here is my current stack of books that I've got going at the moment. And as I was going through on that Notion board, that kind of thing, I always have 3 to 4 going at a time. And how that works is I've got one lighter read, like a fiction right here. This is what I've got going currently. This is True Grit, Western novel. It's a fiction book, and fiction is a good way as long as you have the classic. Like classic books are excellent, so I focus on classics. And with that, that's a good way to be able to have your mind go somewhere else, and you can have like a mental unwinding period before bed, where you're not focusing on specifics in the business or what you're doing that day. Like you can transition into that period of rest a lot better with a book like this. So classic literature, lighter nonfiction, those are books that I'm reading at nighttime before bed to, like I said, just transition to a period of rest. And I'm still growing and developing with the book and enjoying literature like this. You enjoy the literature, and that's the time I do that. So I've got that always going at night, but this is what I've got going currently for that. About to finish it. I'll finish it this week. Then I've got C.S. Lewis for an apologetics or a theology read. So I've always got this lighter book. I've always got a theology and apologetics book, and then I've always got a business book. Then books like this, I sometimes have them going. I sometimes have, like, this is self-help, self-development. So that fits into the time where I'm reading my business books. That is just a general time slot where if I've got like a nonfiction book, something like that, I can read that in that time. Because if it's like lighter than something else like that, I don't want to be reading at bed. Same thing, like I've got philosophy over there. The philosophy goes, and I'm reading that in the evening. Not before bed, but in the evening after the work day. I've always got the slot right there. So I've always got 3 going for sure. Apologetics, lighter book, and then a business book. And then sometimes I have a 4th like this, nonfiction or philosophy or whatever. So currently for my apologetics and theology, like I was saying, I've got C.S. Lewis going, Mere Christianity. I'll finish this probably the end of next week. I'm hoping to read this one and then another C.S. Lewis book. So 2 C.S. Lewis books for the month of February. I've got Awaken the Giant Within. I started this in January, but I'm looking to finish it really soon. But then I've got $100 Million Leads by Alex Hormozi. I have read $100 Million Offers, but now I'm going through this one, and it's very great for the stage where I'm currently at. I've got $100 million money models too to go to, and lots of other business books. So I am trying to get through the business ones a little bit faster. I was just saying I am going to be adding or going through the business ones a lot faster, because those you can kind of get what you need out of them, and then when you need to like move on from something, you can skip through that section faster than you can with other books. So right now I've got that I'm going to be reading, and then like I said, I'll be going to others really fast. I think after that I'm going to go straight to money models, or I'm going to do fanatical prospecting. This is one I just got recently. I just bought these 2 last week, and I'm going to be going through those, I think, next, because they're going to help me a lot faster than some of the other ones. But I've actually got a lot of business books that I haven't read. Like the majority of these over here I haven't read. I have read 48 Laws of Power, and then this the Jordan Belfort one, but all the rest of the ones over here I have not actually gone through yet. So this is like a main communication and like influence section there. This is all kind of like business structuring, marketing, yeah, very specific like marketing, advertising kind of things. And got Gary Vee in there that falls into like branding and advertising. This is business structuring, business structuring, business development kind of thing, scaling. Personal like finance with Tony Robbins, but that also just kind of plays into finance in general, investing, and then Ray Dalio, more like principles and kind of stuff like that in Poor Charlie's Almanac 2. Tony Robbins was Tony Robbins. That's general business stuff, and yeah, we'll go through the rest of these at some point at like later on, I guess, but that's the shelf right now. But now it is time to get back and or actually get ready. I'm gonna go to the gym, and from there I'll get back and we'll spend some time reading after I eat dinner and such, and then after that I'll be planning out the day for tomorrow, and we'll be getting ready to go again. So yeah, that's gonna finish it off for today. I think I'm still gonna probably make another video this week, because I knew that I needed to just put something out, because last week was an off week and I didn't get anything done as far as putting a video together or even just work wise. So I knew that I needed to do something more to like double up and catch up with that. So yeah, I put this together, and I figured to stick to my word and make something, just put something out. And what I was doing, that's literally what I was just like, let's just shoot what I was doing. So here it is. I hope maybe you found some enjoyment from it, or you could, it'll be fun to look back on for myself. That maybe that'll be the value I get out of it. But yeah, I'm going to head off to the gym, and I think I'm probably going to make another video this week. But yeah, I'm not sure when I'll put this one out. But until then, I'll see you later. Bye.